What if the food on your plate today could decide whether you live 10 more vibrant, independent, and joyful years, or slowly drift into decline before your time? It might sound dramatic, but the truth is, what you eat after age 60 can either speed up aging or slow it down. And here's the good news. It's not about extreme diets, complicated meal plans, or giving up everything you love. It's about knowing how to eat smarter, in a way that supports your bones, brain, heart, and every cell that keeps you going strong. After 60, your body isn't the same as it was at 30, and that's not a bad thing. It's wiser, more efficient, and more sensitive to what truly nourishes it. But with those changes comes a new responsibility. You have to choose foods that work with your aging body, not against it. Unfortunately, many seniors fall into eating habits that quietly rob them of strength, steal their energy, and increase their risk for diseases like diabetes, heart failure, and dementia, without even realizing it. But what if there were a better way? What if simple shifts, adding the right kinds of protein, avoiding just a few everyday ingredients, adjusting when and how you eat, could help you feel younger, stay active longer, and possibly extend your life by a full decade? Science says it's possible. In fact, some of the longest living people in the world have unlocked these secrets without fancy supplements or expensive treatments. Their medicine is found in their kitchen. In today's video, we're going to explore 7 powerful principles of longevity eating. Easy to follow, realistic habits that are not only proven by science but also practical for everyday life. Whether you want to avoid disease, keep your memory sharp, or just wake up feeling more alive, this video will give you the tools to eat in a way that helps you not only live longer, but live better. So stay with us until the end, because one small change in your plate could be the start of a whole new decade of energy, independence, and well-being. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1, eat more whole, unprocessed foods. Your cells will thank you. When Mr. Paul turned 70, he thought he was doing all right. He didn't overeat, he watched his salt, and he stayed away from fried foods, mostly. But his meals were still mostly from boxes, cans, and frozen packages. A microwavable breakfast sandwich in the morning, canned soup for lunch, and some frozen lasagna or takeout for dinner. He believed he was being practical, even smart, by eating light. But over the next few years, he noticed changes that didn't feel normal. His skin bruised easily, his energy dipped in the afternoons, and he couldn't recover from colds as fast as before. During a routine checkup, his doctor said something that stuck. "Paul, your body is aging faster than it has to, and a big part of that is what you're feeding it." What Mr. Paul didn't realize is that even if you're not eating bad food, processed food lacks the life-giving nutrients that whole foods provide. Your body after 60 isn't just trying to survive, it's trying to repair, restore, and defend itself every single day. That takes fuel, and not just calories. It takes vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, enzymes, the things that only whole, unprocessed foods can truly provide. Whole foods are foods in their natural or close to natural state. Think fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains like oats or quinoa, legumes like lentils and beans, nuts, seeds, and good quality proteins like eggs or fresh fish. These are foods that your body recognizes and can use right away. They reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, nourish your gut, and give your cells the tools they need to slow down the aging process. On the other hand, processed foods, no matter how low-calorie or fortified, often contain excess salt, hidden sugars, preservatives, and oils that your aging body struggles to process. These compounds lead to chronic inflammation, which is one of the root causes of age-related diseases like heart problems, arthritis, memory loss, and even cancer. What's worse, processed foods may leave you feeling full but not nourished, leading to fatigue, cravings, and slow mental decline. When Mr. Paul took the doctor's advice to heart, he didn't go on a trendy diet or start counting every bite. He simply started replacing processed foods with real ones. Fresh fruit instead of canned fruit and syrup, a handful of almonds instead of crackers, a bowl of homemade soup with vegetables and lentils instead of canned chowder. He even started cooking steel-cut oats in the morning instead of microwaving a packaged muffin. Within weeks, his energy improved, his digestion calmed, and for the first time in years, he felt like his body was working with him, not against him. And here's the key. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to give up all convenience. You just have to be a little more mindful. Choose fresh when you can. Choose ingredients you recognize. Read labels. Ask yourself, did this food grow from the ground or was it made in a factory? Because every time you eat a whole food, you're giving your body a message. I'm here to protect you. And over time, that message adds up. It shows in your skin, your bones, your memory, your heart, and yes, possibly in 10 more good years of life. In the next section, we'll look at something equally powerful. How the kind of protein you eat, not just how much, can make a big difference in your ability to stay strong, mobile, and independent as the years go on. Number 2, prioritize plant-based protein. Fuel your muscles and bones without the wear and tear. When Ms. Lorraine turned 67, she noticed something she hadn't expected. Her arms felt weaker, her legs less stable, and carrying groceries up the stairs left her winded. She was still eating 3 meals a day, including some meat, but her strength was fading. Her doctor suggested adding more protein, but not just any protein, plant-based protein. Lorraine was confused. "Isn't meat the best source of protein?" she asked. The answer, as she soon learned, is more nuanced, especially after 60. After age 60, your body needs more protein than before, not less, because natural muscle loss, sarcopenia, begins to accelerate. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's the building block of your muscles, bones, immune cells, and enzymes that keep your body functioning. But here's the key. Not all protein is created equal when it comes to longevity. Animal proteins like beef, pork, and processed meats can be hard on aging kidneys, especially when consumed in excess. They also tend to come with saturated fats, which may contribute to heart disease and chronic inflammation. On the other hand, plant-based protein sources offer the benefits of protein with added fiber, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, all of which support not just muscle maintenance, but also gut health, heart health, and brain clarity. Legumes like lentils, chickpeas, and black beans are excellent sources of protein, and they're also rich in folate, magnesium, potassium, and fiber. Tofu, tempeh, edamame, and other soy products are not only high in protein, but also contain phytonutrients that may protect against certain cancers and age-related diseases. Nuts and seeds like almonds, chia, flax, and walnuts provide healthy fats along with protein, which are essential for brain and joint health. Lorraine began adding half a cup of lentils to her lunch salads. She swapped bacon for hummus toast in the morning, and she included quinoa or black beans in her dinners instead of heavy red meats. She didn't go fully vegetarian, but she cut down meat to just a few times a week and focused on variety, color, and fiber in every meal. After a few weeks, her digestion improved, her bloating went down, and she started noticing something remarkable. Her legs felt more stable. Her energy returned. Her joints ached less. She felt lighter, not just in weight, but in spirit, and the science backs her up. Studies show that older adults who eat more plant-based proteins tend to live longer and experience lower rates of chronic disease. These foods support a healthier gut microbiome, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce oxidative stress, all of which play a role in how well we age. You don't have to cut out meat entirely, but consider this. What if 1 or 2 meals a day were centered around plant-powered proteins? What if protein came from the earth, in the form of beans, nuts, seeds, and vegetables, instead of always from animals? How might your body respond? So if you're looking for a way to feel stronger, protect your bones, and reduce inflammation naturally, try letting plants do more of the heavy lifting. Your muscles will still get what they need, and your body will thank you with more energy, fewer aches, and a better shot at living those extra 10 healthy years. Up next, we'll talk about something that could be silently shortening your lifespan: the white trio found in nearly every kitchen: sugar, white flour, and salt. and how reducing them may be one of the most powerful things you ever do for your heart, your brain, and your bones. Number 3, avoid the white trio. Sugar, white flour, and salt may be aging. You faster than you think. Mr. Calvin, 72, always thought he was eating pretty well. He didn't overeat, didn't drink soda, and didn't snack much, at least not in the way he imagined unhealthy people did. But his breakfast usually started with white toast and jam, lunch was a sandwich on soft white bread with processed deli meat, and dinner often included pasta or white rice, finished with a little cookie or sweet tea. "I don't eat junk," he'd say, "just the basics." But his doctor noticed rising blood pressure, pre-diabetic blood sugar, and early signs of kidney stress. "It's not junk food," his doctor explained gently. "It's the white trio, and it's hurting you more than you realize." The white trio refers to refined sugar, white flour, and excess salt, 3 common ingredients found in many everyday foods that may be silently working against your health, especially after age 60. These are staples in many pantries and often come disguised as comfort, simplicity, or even normal eating. But the truth is, these ingredients are highly processed and offer little to no nutritional value, while contributing heavily to inflammation, weight gain, high blood pressure, blood sugar imbalances, and accelerated aging. Let's start with refined sugar. Even a few teaspoons a day, hidden in bread, sauces, drinks, or snacks, can cause spikes in blood glucose. Over time, these spikes wear down insulin response, promote fat storage, especially around the organs, and fuel systemic inflammation, which is a key driver of heart disease, arthritis, memory loss, and more. Sugar also damages collagen and elastin in the skin and joints, accelerating physical signs of aging and stiffness. Next is white flour, used in most breads, pastries, pastas, and baked goods. White flour has been stripped of fiber, minerals, and vitamins, leaving behind fast-digesting starch that quickly converts to sugar in the bloodstream. This leads to the same problems as sugar: blood sugar surges, insulin resistance, and inflammatory responses. And because these foods don't keep you full for long, they often lead to overeating or snacking, causing weight gain and fatigue. Then we have salt, especially from processed foods. While your body does need some sodium, most older adults consume far more than necessary, mostly through canned soups, deli meats, sauces, and snacks. Too much salt causes water retention, raises blood pressure, stresses the kidneys, and increases the risk of stroke, heart failure, and osteoporosis. High salt intake also leads to calcium loss through urine, weakening your bones over time. So how did Mr. Calvin turn things around? First, he made small swaps. Instead of white toast, he chose sprouted grain bread. Instead of sugary cereal, he opted for oats with fruit. He cut down on processed meats and made simple soups at home, using herbs and lemon instead of canned broths. For pasta, he switched to whole grain or lentil-based varieties. And he reduced added sugars by sweetening with cinnamon or fruit instead. "I didn't go on a diet," he said. "I just started thinking about what I wanted to build in my body, not what I wanted to remove." The results? His blood pressure came down, his energy increased, and perhaps most importantly, he felt more clear-headed and emotionally steady. It turns out what we eat doesn't just affect our heart and weight, it affects our mood, memory, and sense of well-being. You don't have to eliminate all white foods forever, but being aware and intentional can change everything. Ask yourself, is this food helping my body heal or making it work harder? Can I swap this for something more whole, more colorful, more alive? How will I feel an hour after eating this? Because every time you reduce refined sugar, white flour, and excess salt, you are saying yes to lower inflammation, better energy, and longer life. In the next section, we'll explore an often overlooked piece of longevity. When you eat, not just what you eat, and how adjusting the timing of your meals can help you sleep better, digest easier, and protect your heart after 60. Number 4, eat with the sun. Why meal timing matters more than you think. After 60, at 69, Mrs. Evelyn couldn't understand why she felt so sluggish in the mornings. She ate what she thought were healthy meals and stayed away from processed food most of the time. But she also had a habit that seemed harmless: She ate a large dinner every night around 8:30, often followed by a small dessert and a cup of tea. By then, she was already tired, so she'd go straight to bed afterward. Over time, her digestion became more difficult, her sleep restless, and her blood sugar levels started creeping upward. Her doctor gently explained something that changed her view entirely. It's not just what you eat, it's also when you eat it. Especially after 60, your body listens to the clock. As we age, our digestion naturally slows, our metabolism shifts, and our internal body clock, called the circadian rhythm, becomes more sensitive. This internal clock regulates hormones, blood sugar, digestion, and even cell repair. And when we eat in alignment with this natural rhythm, our body works more efficiently. But when we eat late, heavy meals at night, long after the sun has gone down, we can disrupt that rhythm and cause a cascade of issues, from poor sleep to increased inflammation and fat storage. Studies show that late-night eating is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even stroke, particularly in older adults. After 60, the body doesn't process carbohydrates as efficiently in the evening. Insulin sensitivity declines at night, meaning your body has a harder time managing blood sugar. That's why a bowl of rice or pasta at 7 p.m. might spike your glucose levels more than the same meal eaten at noon. And when digestion is still working hard while you're sleeping, your rest is less restorative, which can affect your memory, balance, and energy the next day. Eating with the sun means shifting your main meals earlier in the day. Try having a larger, balanced breakfast and a hearty lunch, followed by a lighter dinner finished at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body time to fully digest before you sleep, supports better blood sugar control, and allows your organs to focus on repair, not digestion, while you rest. Mrs. Evelyn didn't change what she ate, only when she ate it. She moved her dinner to 6 p.m. and made it lighter. Soup, steamed vegetables, a little protein, or a small salad. Her heartier meals came at breakfast and lunch when her body could burn and use the energy more effectively. Within 2 weeks, she noticed deeper sleep, clearer mornings, and better digestion. It felt like I'd been swimming against the current, she said. Now I'm flowing with it. Meal timing also affects hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which regulate appetite. Eating late can throw these off, making you hungrier during the night or early morning, even when your body doesn't need the extra fuel. This contributes to unnecessary snacking, weight gain, and sluggish metabolism. Eating this way doesn't just help you feel lighter. It supports hormonal balance, brain function, and healthy aging. And perhaps most importantly, it respects your body's natural rhythm. The rhythm that nature has been using for thousands of years to help humans thrive. So next time you plan your meals, ask yourself, is this in harmony with my body's clock? Am I giving myself fuel when I need it most, or burdening my body when it's ready to rest? Because living 10 more good years isn't just about eating better food, it's also about eating it at the right time. In the next part, we'll explore a flavorful and powerful addition to your longevity routine. Spices, not just for taste, but for health. How ingredients like turmeric, garlic, ginger, and cinnamon can protect your heart, reduce inflammation, and support your immune system naturally. Number 5, add longevity spices daily. Flavor that heals from the inside out. When Mr. Samuel turned 73, he began taking more medications, one for blood pressure, one for arthritis pain, and one for acid reflux. Getting old, he joked, just means more pills. But after a few months, he started wondering, is there a way to feel better without relying only on prescriptions? During a routine visit, a nutritionist asked him a question that surprised him. Do you use spices when you cook? Samuel shrugged. Just salt and pepper. That's when he learned that spices do more than make food taste good. They can actively help your body fight aging from the inside. Spices have been used for thousands of years, not just for flavor, but for their powerful healing properties. Today, science backs up what many ancient cultures knew. Certain spices contain compounds that fight inflammation, support digestion, protect the brain, and even help prevent chronic diseases. For seniors, adding these longevity spices to meals isn't just delicious. It's a form of daily medicine, without the side effects. One of the most studied is turmeric, the bright yellow spice commonly used in Indian cooking. Its active ingredient, curcumin, has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Chronic inflammation is a major driver of diseases like arthritis, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. By adding turmeric to soups, rice, or eggs, with a dash of black pepper to boost absorption, you can gently reduce that inflammation over time. Another superstar is ginger. Fresh or dried, ginger is excellent for digestion, easing nausea, and reducing joint pain. It's also known to improve circulation and reduce muscle soreness, making it ideal for seniors who experience stiffness or sluggishness. A warm cup of ginger tea after meals can work wonders for bloating or discomfort. Garlic, another kitchen favorite, is a natural immune booster. It has antibacterial and antiviral properties, helps lower cholesterol, and supports heart health. People who eat garlic regularly tend to have lower blood pressure and better circulation, especially as they age. Add it to stir fries, soups, roasted vegetables, or salad dressings for both taste and health. Cinnamon is more than just a spice for toast or oatmeal. It helps regulate blood sugar levels, making it ideal for people managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. It also supports brain health by improving insulin sensitivity in the brain, which is being studied for its role in preventing cognitive decline. Mr. Samuel started small. He added a pinch of turmeric and black pepper to his scrambled eggs. He swapped sugar in his tea for a cinnamon stick. He sautéed garlic and ginger with vegetables and olive oil. Within a few weeks, he felt the difference. His digestion improved. His knees hurt less in the morning. His meals were more enjoyable. And he took pride in knowing that every bite was helping his body stay strong. You don't need to be a chef to use these spices. Just 1 or 2 small additions per day can make a big impact. Here are a few easy ideas. Add cinnamon to your oatmeal or coffee. Stir turmeric into rice, soups, or scrambled eggs. Grate fresh ginger into hot water with lemon for a soothing tea. Roast vegetables with olive oil, garlic, and herbs. Make a turmeric ginger broth or soup base. The beauty of spices is that they are affordable, accessible, and incredibly potent in small amounts. They're a gift from nature, designed to help your body heal and stay balanced. So next time you cook, don't just think about salt and pepper. Think about adding a bit of golden turmeric, warm cinnamon, fragrant garlic, or zesty ginger. These simple choices might be the secret ingredients to living not just longer, but healthier, sharper, and more vibrant well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Coming up next, we'll explore a habit even more basic, but just as powerful: hydration. But not just drinking any liquid. We'll talk about how to hydrate smartly after 60, using natural broths, herbal teas, and mineral-rich fluids that support your joints, digestion, and even cognitive clarity. Number 6, hydrate with intention. More than just water, your bones and brain need this too. When 76-year-old Mrs. Nina began feeling dizzy after standing up, she assumed it was her age catching up with her. Her skin felt drier, her lips chapped more often, and her joints ached in ways they hadn't before. "Maybe it's arthritis," she said, brushing it off. But during a visit to her doctor, blood tests showed she was mildly dehydrated. "But I drink water," she protested. "I have a glass or 2 a day." Her doctor gently smiled. After 60, your thirst signal weakens, and sometimes water alone isn't enough. It's not just about how much you drink, it's how and what you drink that matters. After the age of 60, your body's ability to conserve water decreases and your sense of thirst becomes less reliable. This means many older adults are chronically underhydrated without even realizing it. Dehydration doesn't always show up as feeling thirsty. It can appear as fatigue, confusion, muscle cramps, constipation, or even headaches and joint stiffness. Over time, even mild dehydration can accelerate aging, reduce mental clarity, and increase the risk of falls due to dizziness or poor balance. But here's something many people don't realize. Hydration is more than just drinking water. While water is essential, you also need minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium to help your body actually absorb and use that water properly. Drinking plain water without electrolytes all day can sometimes flush out minerals your body needs, especially if you sweat. Take diuretics or drink a lot of caffeine. So what does it mean to hydrate with intention? It means choosing drinks that nourish your cells, not just quench your thirst. Let's start with mineral-rich fluids like bone broth. A warm cup of homemade or low-sodium bone broth is loaded with collagen, electrolytes, and amino acids that support not just hydration, but also joint health, digestion, and skin elasticity. Mrs. Nina began drinking a small cup of broth in the afternoon instead of her usual second coffee, and she noticed her knees didn't ache as much by evening. Then there are herbal teas like ginger tea, peppermint, rooibos, or chamomile, which offer hydration plus calming and anti-inflammatory effects. These teas can replace sugary beverages and offer a comforting routine, especially before bed. Vegetable-based juices without added sugar, such as cucumber celery juice or beetroot carrot juice, are also powerful. They provide natural hydration along with antioxidants and minerals that support heart function, blood pressure, and even brain clarity. And don't forget about hydrating foods. Cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, tomatoes, and lettuce all contain high amounts of water and should be part of your daily plate. Mrs. Nina made some simple changes. She filled a pitcher each morning with sliced lemon, mint, and a pinch of sea salt for gentle electrolytes. She drank herbal tea mid-morning and had broth before dinner. She added juicy fruits to breakfast and snacked on crisp veggies in the afternoon. The change was subtle, but steady. Her energy improved. Her digestion smoothed out. She felt more alert, less stiff, and even began sleeping better. So if you're feeling off lately, more tired, less steady, or just not quite yourself, start by looking at what you're drinking. Are you relying solely on plain water? Do you skip hydration until your mouth is dry? Are you replacing fluids lost from medications, caffeine, or heat? Hydrating with intention means listening to your body even when it doesn't speak loudly. It means choosing fluids that restore, not just fill. And it means remembering that your cells, joints, and even your brain depend on this gentle act of care every day. In the next section, we'll look at something less physical, but just as powerful: how sharing a meal with others, instead of eating alone, can support emotional health, improve digestion, and may even be one of the most overlooked keys to longevity. Number 7, don't eat alone. If you can avoid it, the hidden power of sharing meals. After 60, Mr. Leon, 79, had always been independent. After his wife passed, he continued to cook for himself, keep the house tidy, and live a quiet life. But over the years, something began to shift. His meals became simpler: some toast here, a microwave dinner there. He no longer sat at the table. Instead, he ate in front of the television, or sometimes skipped meals entirely. He didn't feel hungry. He didn't feel much at all. His daughter noticed that he seemed thinner, more withdrawn, and less steady on his feet. When she gently asked him about it, he shrugged. Food just doesn't taste the same anymore. What she didn't realize, and what many families don't, is that eating alone day after day can quietly affect not just physical health, but emotional and even cognitive well-being. Loneliness after 60 is more than a feeling, it's a health risk. And one of the most overlooked ways it shows up is through mealtime isolation. Studies have shown that seniors who frequently eat alone tend to eat less, choose less nutritious foods, and experience more rapid weight loss and muscle decline. But the impact doesn't stop at nutrition. Eating alone increases the risk of depression, poor digestion, memory issues, and even earlier mortality. It may sound dramatic, but sharing food is a deeply human experience. It nourishes not only the body, but also the heart and mind. When we eat with others, even just 1 or 2 times a week, we eat more slowly, make better food choices, and absorb nutrients more effectively. Digestion begins in the brain, and social interaction actually stimulates appetite, saliva production, and the release of digestive enzymes. In short, your body digests better when your spirit feels seen. Mr. Leon's daughter began coming by twice a week to share lunch. They cooked simple meals together: an omelet, a bowl of soup, a warm plate of rice and veggies. Other days, she encouraged him to visit the local senior center where he could eat with peers. Slowly, his appetite returned. His mood lifted. He smiled more often, and with it came better nutrition, steadier weight, and stronger legs. If you live alone, this doesn't mean you're doomed. It just means it's worth making the effort, even in small ways, to reconnect with others over food. Invite a neighbor for tea, call a family member during lunch, join a virtual cooking group, or attend a weekly meal at a local community center. You don't need a feast or fancy setting. You just need presence. If you're a caregiver or family member, consider this. The act of sitting and eating with someone you love may be more healing than any pill. It tells them they matter. It gives structure, purpose, and joy to their day. It reminds them that they are not invisible. And if eating alone is unavoidable, there are still gentle ways to create a sense of connection. Set the table for yourself. Light a candle. Play calming music. Look through old photos while you eat. Say a word of gratitude before your first bite. These small rituals can transform an isolated meal into a moment of self-love, because how we eat is just as important as what we eat. And no nutrient can replace the feeling of being seen, heard, and valued. In the next and final section, we'll bring all these habits together to remind you, a longer life after 60 isn't built in a single day. It's built with every bite, every choice, and every moment of intention at the table. Let's close with encouragement and practical wisdom to help you start today. Conclusion: one bite at a time, one day at a time, you can live longer and stronger after 60. Now you've seen it, all the small, powerful shifts that can truly add quality years to your life. Not through extreme diets or strict rules, but through gentle, intentional choices you make each day. Eating more whole, unprocessed foods, choosing plant-based proteins that protect your muscles and lighten your digestion, avoiding the white trio that quietly fuels inflammation, aligning your meals with the natural rhythm of the day, adding healing spices, drinking with purpose, and, perhaps most importantly, not eating in silence or isolation. Each of these habits on their own may seem simple, maybe even too small to matter, but together they form a foundation, a lifestyle that supports your bones, brain, heart, and spirit. A lifestyle that says, I still want to feel strong, I still want to live fully, I still have time, and I want to use it well. Growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. It can mean growing wiser, more in tune with what your body truly needs. It can mean letting go of what no longer serves you and embracing new rhythms that help you stay active, connected, and alive. If you've recognized a habit in yourself from today's video, that's a gift. Awareness is the first step to change. And the best part? You don't have to do it all at once. Just start with one meal. Maybe you swap white toast for oats. Maybe you invite someone to eat with you. Maybe you try cinnamon in your tea or broth in the afternoon instead of soda. These are not big moves, but they are deeply powerful, because every single bite you take is a message to your body. I want to take care of you. Thank you for spending this time with us today. You're not alone on this journey. Together, with small, steady steps, we can help you live not just longer, but better, with more joy, more peace, and more strength in every season of life. You have more life ahead of you than you think, and the path to that life begins right on your plate. Thanks for being here today. We hope this video gave you something useful or meaningful to take away. If it did, please like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We share new content each week focused on healthy aging, wellness, and practical advice for living well. Tap the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when a new video is released. We're glad to have you with us. See you next time.